Hello, I just wanted to take the time to share with you some important information. We are putting a video permanently on YouTube to share with you about cost, raising your prices, adjusting your price list where you should adjust it. After some education, you're stronger at this point. So you're always going to adjust your prices. We're taking that information from our podcast. Our podcast is on Twitch. Our handle on Twitch is The Vibe with MJ and Eric, because it's Eric and I both live. You could join us on that as well, watch it live. But the cool thing about it is you could always refer to that. And when you feel like it's hard for you to raise your prices or why you should raise your prices, that'll give you the encouragement, the guidelines, maybe some verbiage you could use when you raise them. So therefore, you feel good about purchasing all the products and the stuff you do and what you create for your clientele and your clients. So I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, like and subscribe. You could drop down any questions. I always answer you. So enjoy it and have such a beautiful day.
If they want, but I'm glad that you guys jumped on because we're going to go over pricing. And I'm going to talk as much as I can because she's going to actually go over pricing.
Okay, you
and
go,
I'm just going to shut my mouth because she will have no seriously because
I could drink my mushroom coffee while you talk. So,
yeah.
You know what's so interesting about this is that I told her and I told somebody else too. You really need to start at this price. I'm not telling you to charge what I charge. You could, but you should start at this price. She's like, the confidence just isn't there. Now, like after you do it a year, it's pretty much like, you know what? Just got through Christmas. I either need to make more money or I'm gonna tap out of this industry right now because we do a lot. Doing nails these days isn't just gel polish. Bye. So easy, right? They come with these crazy pictures and they want like 10 different things on 5 different nails or whatever. So honestly, I mean, the techniques I show you, how about that last live? I'm telling you, I still think it's the best live on my page. I don't know if it'll be the most viewed because it's not about art. It's not about fashion, color. It's about a rebalance and making these nails look like they're beautiful, like they grow straight again, like they're not hooking. Your cuticles are all clean. I mean, so valuable. And honestly, I did my research what I wanted to do, and I'm like, I wonder if I could find a video on hair like this. I couldn't find one on YouTube, maybe a nail, and it wasn't as detailed as mine. I was proud of my video, but then when I read, there's not a whole lot of comments on them, like some with the art, but the comments and what you guys shared with me literally made me cry because honestly, what you guys said, like, gives me tears, and I'm gonna cry, baby. I am pretty sensitive, but I'm really strong too. But just knowing my worth, and I do know my worth, but knowing I'm putting myself out there. This one said, I mean, I don't want to drop names because I haven't asked if I could or anything, but one of them said, you know what, MJ? This is the best video. I pay to watch educators that I like that are even half as good as what you're putting out right now. You should be charging for this. And I know that. I know that. What I did for you on that live, I taught myself those angles and stuff. Through the eye formation stuff, but I taught myself knowing, oh, it's supposed to be parallel, so if it's going up. Like, that was my experience of the years I've done nails. And also what I realized, she also said, I know you've done nails a long time. I don't know how long, but pretty much, and you're still relevant. You're still in style and still relevant. You guys, I know people who have done nails for 15 years that took their education at first, still at the same education they were then. And I'm not putting them down. They seem comfortable. It's hard to grow. You have to put yourself out there. You have to make the mistakes to figure out how to fix them and whatever, right? The same with making money. Clock is a ticket, and I'm a nail tech. I am a nail artist tech behind the table. I teach salon success. Whether you have your license and you're doing people's nails or you're doing yours and your friends, still you could be there all damn day, right? The techniques make you more excited, make your job easier, make you want to do more. So that's why I bring it to you. I'm only saying that because I work a full-time job in salon. Eric does too. And we do this and we do YouTube. That's like 3 jobs. That's like 2 full-time jobs actually. I'm not complaining.
Enter.
I'm just breaking it down. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because that's how you should feel about pricing and raising your prices. But the reason why I shared the story before with you is it's about realizing your worth and your confidence level. Okay? So just the support, you guys, like the feedback you give me, sharing those things doesn't make my head big. I am so humble. It makes me very proud of you and I to spend our time, even when we're tired, to bring something good. And then you guys energize us and let us know that, yes, thank you so much. You are making a difference. So enough of that. Anyways, let's see who's on here really quick, and then I'll go into my little...
I love that. I love your energy, Angel.
Thank you.
Nails by Savvy, MJ, you're amazing.
Thank you.
What you provide to the community is priceless, and we love you. You're such an inspiration to us and to many of us.
Thank you.
Eric, you're awesome and so funny.
Are you making
and
this up?
No, I'm just kidding. And she says, MJ and Eric, you're both beautiful. You're a beautiful duo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Leisha, MJ, would you consider doing a shaping on the difference between ballerina and coffin?
Yeah, absolutely. I could do that. I'll do that in my next live. I don't know what I'm going to teach my next live as far as what I'm going to do on it, but I will do that. So be there, be square, be on time. No, just kidding.
I wonder if I know the difference. I don't think I know the difference.
You don't? Okay, let's just break it down.
No.
Let me give you an example.
Can I guess?
Yeah, you can.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it.
Let me see the difference between a coffin and a ballerina. Okay. So I'm thinking that a ballerina is a little tighter, very similar to the coffin, but it's tight at the tip, at the free edge, and the spine is built a little bit higher to give it that sleek look rather than I don't know at all. I'm telling you right now.
The gong
Sorry.
show. That's a good guess, but
It's a good guess. Did I come at least a little
no,
bit?
it starts
Totally wrong.
It starts on the
sorry.
sidewall, and it's a little bigger, like not bigger, but a little more volume. It's not as tight as a coffin's like whoosh, boom. Think about the end of a coffin. I was going to give you a tip, but you wanted to guess first.
The end of
a ballerina shoe, it goes like boom, like it could be really sharp at the tip, or it could go off a little softer. But the coffin's like this, and a ballerina goes like this, like a little softer end. Good job, though, babe.
Hey.
I mean, I wouldn't expect a dude to know, but you are a nail tech. Anyway, I'll start with pricing. My little book, it says it all starts with an idea. I love it. Sometimes Eric gets a hold of it. I see his handwriting in here. I'm like, this is mine. You have yours. You have yours.
I have mine.
Okay, so this thing, I'm going off an example like somebody else's price sheet, which were actually not bad prices, but for what she's doing and the level she's at, even when she started with these prices, she should have been more. So there are prices that walk-ins give, like you're working for somebody, when you work for somebody, you're on a time limit, typically. You could be working for somebody, you have an arrangement, or you could take as long as you want, but they get a percentage of it. That's a great situation. You just grow from there, right? Situations where they're on hourly, half hour, depending on service, hour and a half, depending, I don't think there's an hour and a half on any of walk-in services. And it's a typical cookie cutter now, okay? So these are going to be for people, because you have no control of your prices when you work for somebody like that. So these prices are going to be for you working for yourself, okay, pretty much. But if you're in a different situation, you could totally ask tell me your situation, and I could give you a suggestion or tweak out your price, okay? So I typically don't do pricing with people sending me it for free. It's a lot of work and a lot of time. So sculpted, she had two separate things, sculpted acrylic and sculpted hard gel. Okay, this is where people make a mistake. If you have a different price for acrylic and it's lower than gel, you've already made a mistake. because gel has more retention, okay? And people also think, well, gel costs more for us to buy, so it should be more. No, if you're doing dimensional nails and you're doing acrylic and you know how to do gel too, it's more work on acrylic. So I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure Tracy and I believe the same way in this. It should be a set price. You as a nail tech should determine what goes on their nails, okay? If they work at UPS and they're picking up freight all day, I'm not going to put an extension of gel on her because it's not as strong, like that kind of strong. It is flexible, but to constantly give, it's a little more like cement, right? It's a little stronger. So, and you could do that pinch really good, although I could get a pinch with gel too. So what I did for her is I combined her prices, okay? Also what happened was on the price sheet, and this is typical. It's not like, why did she do this? I see this all the time. So it's like short nails a price, 2 to 3 week a price, 4 week fill a price. You should guarantee your nails for 2 weeks. Your client's nails should last for 2 weeks. If they're not lasting for 2 weeks, there's something going on. Sometimes it could be them, but it's rare. I would have to know or see their nails or ask questions. But typically, you should have a 2 week price and then a 4 week price. Okay, so on here, short nails were $65 and they were $70 for gel. Okay, that's not bad when you're starting. Like really, just like a little bit of education, just kind of but like you're dabbling with it. I raised her prices, and how I raised her prices where it would be okay to where her clients wouldn't be like, holy, what'd you go do? Smoke something in Las Vegas with MJ? No, just kidding. But no, just like holy. But enough to where they're like, okay, yeah, like that may be like an increase, but they're okay with it. But give her room to increase every year. So remember on one of my lives I've told you before, or even on here, I told you, I used to just charge $5 for everything I put in a nail, but now I charge per dimension, meaning what I put in it. So my dimensions are $10, $15, $20, and $25 each. Those are where my raises come in, because some of my nails I layer it up. I have to custom mix a lot of stuff in front of them, all that. If I'm sprinkling in a glitter, that's going to be $10 for a short nail, for a long nail, $15. Okay, so I'm just giving you examples. Okay, so I feel like the prices I'm going to give you now are what's the going rate when you've taken classes and you're spending your time on here and you're watching all these hours of videos and you're actually seeing yourself grow, and you're at the point where you really know, say you have another job and you're wanting to go full time, you have to make a certain amount of money, right? You can't just take a cut and go do something you enjoy and hope that you get a raise soon. So these prices I'm going to do are exact prices of what you should charge when you're freeforming, okay? So acrylic and gel nails should start at $85, okay? You have a pencil? I want that one because I don't want to use my pen because I could erase this, okay? So it should start at $85. Your fill when they come back should be $70, okay? Because how long is that? You got to think about your time. Your rebalance comes in, and I told her, I have like 2 clients that get a fill. Do I charge them fill prices? No. So if you're watching, I still don't, because I still take time with you. I do not have fill on mine. If you want to have fill, you can. You could do a 2-week price, and anything past 2 weeks is this next cost. That was something I gave myself a raise with too. I call it a rebalance. When they come back at a 2-week, I'm making the old look new again. When they come back 3 or 4 weeks, I'm doing way more work, but I have a set price. Okay, so 70 in 2 weeks and 80 in 4. She goes, well, that's only it's only $5 less than a set. What if they break 2? You don't guarantee their nails then. Then they're going to pay $5 a nail for short nails, okay? $5 a nail for short nails. And if they want a new set, it's going to be more than a set because you have to file down everything you put on to put on a new set. So why would you charge them $85 to take off product that's existing there? Does this make sense? Are there any comments with it? So if you're taking notes,
I don't have a fill price either.
Yeah, because you did what I said. Girl, you weren't always a nail tech. You've been a nail tech for behind the chair, like with your license a year, right? I am so proud of you. But you see, that's an example why I'm so proud of her. You guys, exactly what she heard me say. Exactly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you did. So take notes. Short nails, $85. My short nails are $100. And that's if I just even do a little bit of extension, okay? So $85 for short nails. For a rebalance, $80, okay? So now medium, $100, okay? A rebalance, $90, a fill, $80, okay? So she went from $70, okay, she went from $70 to $100 for a medium set. Now that's a little choker, right? That's $30 more, but she was way under for what she's doing and what she's using, the collections they have. The medium set should be at least 100, okay? A 2-week fill, 80, a 3 to 4 week fill is 90, okay? So long nails should be 125. Okay, so my short nails, actually I'm lying, is 110. My medium nails are 125 and my long nails are 150. These are my prices. And my extra longs are 200 plus. It depends on how long they are. That's not overnight, okay? And I still feel like I should make more money. I do, because of what we put in it. Okay, so everybody has the medium. She went from 70 to 100. Her 2-week fill was 50 to 80. Her 4-week fill was 60 to 90. Okay, so 60 to 90, that's a big up, and so is 65 to 85. That's a $20 jump, and the medium is a $30 jump. So do you guys agree with me though? When you see all the stuff we do and all the stuff we purchase and what we bring them, the beautiful thing is they have an option to go somewhere else. And I'll tell you guys, do not worry. You're not going to miss the money when she's gone. A couple things will happen. Say you don't fill her spot. Just say your increase, you're going to be making the money as if she was there and more. Okay? It's a perceived value. Trust me, I'm talking from experience. This has happened. And what happens is they want to come back. You filled their spot and you can't get them in. Or if you could get them in, that's great. They're willing to pay it. So you're happy no matter what. Okay? So does that make sense? So long nails are 125. 2 weeks 90, 4 weeks 100. You could tweak the prices, just kind of write it down to see. So from 80 to 125, whatever. So you could tweak at where you're at. Extra long, she was 90. Oh my God, I would die doing extra long nails, especially gel. Acrylic's a lot easier to do it, but still it should be the same price because eventually they're going to want dimension with acrylic. And then that's something else you have to learn to. If you want to add your dimension like a hybrid, you spend your time learning that. You didn't get your license and know it already. Wouldn't that be amazing, right? If school is really like that, and it should be, but it's not. You want to know what the school education is now? I'm getting off subject a little, not really. But Eric and I were at Firefly, one of our favorite restaurants, and this girl's like, so when I seen you again, and I'm like, I've never met you. It was her first time we sat at the bar and ate. And she's like, I feel like I know you. I said, what do you do for a living? She's like, I'm in school for hair. I graduate in a couple weeks. And she bartends. I'm like, oh, well, I do nails and I work for Young Nails. And myself, she's like, you're our theory in school. So she did know me. So that's funny. Anyway, side note. Okay, what about an overlay, you guys? An overlay is typically,
wait a minute.
Go ahead.
2 things.
Okay, go ahead.
There are 3 things. There's 2 questions, and I think they're pretty relevant when we talk about pricing and things like that. But one of them is, so in my area, no one starts more than 60 for a set, and we don't have a lot of long nails like you do.
Okay. So
Kim
then,
Chat. And another one.
Wait. So you should be 70. Kim, why should you be 70? Tell me why you should be 70. I'm going to tell you why you should be 70. You're on here right now. You're on everything live. You're on all the platforms that you learn from. They aren't. You're set apart already. Let me tell you, if I lived in your town, I would want to go to the one that charges 70. Not because I want to pay more. I know you're good. or I perceive that you're good because you're charging more. There could be someone that's not as good as you, charge your prices and
get it.
It's crazy. It's about confidence, consistency, their nails staying on. You could have the nails not all completely straight, off a little in length, say. If they stay on, they're coming back. Pretty much they're coming back. Okay? So I would charge $70.
Also a great question. How long do you set appointments? Like, you know, if you're going to charge this much, you're going to do what you got to do.
How much are you making an hour?
How much you making an hour?
And then it's not what you're making an hour. So say you're doing a $60 set. Okay? A $60 set, and your set is, it could be even, it could be chrome. You probably charge a little more for that. I don't know. It could be even just polished. Say that set, they're a little challenging and it takes you an hour and a half. You're making, okay, you have to factor in your product, your booth rent, right? So you're actually not making that much an hour. You're really not. So you're making $60 an hour, half. It's more than minimum wage in some places. So I think that's why people are comfortable with it. But like where I rent, our room is as much as an apartment. I mean, I think about moving in there sometimes. It's a lot. So the higher you go or the nicer you go, the more it's going to cost. Factor in all your product. Our product bill for the two of us is over $4,000 a month. Sometimes I'm lucky if it's like 29 or 3 because I overbought a bunch of stuff and I'm like, ooh, it's a good month. You have to factor that in on top of your booth rent. That's huge. Okay. But you should be, even if it's 65, but I would do 70 because what's different about you? Why is Sally over there charging 60? The difference is these are my certificates. These are the hours I spend online with education, and I strive to set myself apart to bring it to you, the quality to you. And I love my job. I constantly buy new colors and selections for you, so that's why. Okay, so I have 3 to 4 week clients and 2 6-week clients. Well, girl,
6 weeks.
I helped you with your pricing, right? 6 weeks is
new set.
More than a few full set because unless their retention's great,
more than a full set. You're right. You're absolutely right because you got to.
If their retention's there and you're shortening it, I charge for shortening. That doesn't come with the rebalance. That's where your raise is going to come in. Okay, so keep the look. What did I do that on? Okay, that's for that. So this is actually a couple people's price list, not just one. So again, those are for both acrylic and gel. Okay, what about a gel manicure? What's your going rate? Drop it in here. What's your going rate in your area? Or what are you charging? If you don't want to say you're charging that, going rates, whatever.
For what?
For a gel mani.
What's your gel mani price on your price list or in your area?
Okay.
Nails by 70.
45 is usually very typical. 45.
Yeah.
Okay. 35? Wow. Okay. So on here, these two, one had a 45 and one had a 40. So I half the thing. By the way, all these prices weren't just one person. So $40 and $45 with something you're gambling that may not even last 2 weeks. The only way it'll last 2 weeks, if you heard me talk about it, I use Synergy Base, okay? But if you work at a place, you work for them, chances are you're using all soft gel, and that only works on people with really strong nails, okay? So I think 45, the going rate for a walk-in place. I would not do a gel mani personally for less than 60. I would not recommend that. Just $60. You're taking care of their cuticles. You're doing a beautiful polish job, putting back in their nutrients, and they're leaving. See them in 2 weeks. Okay. A gel manicure, if done right and flawless looking, takes about an hour. 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. If you're doing a nude color, you could get away with it in 30, but not very many pick that a lot. So I recommended to these two girls starting at 60 because they were at 40 and 45, and that comes with one color. Okay. Again, none of my nails come with color. Okay, that's an extra. I also charge more. We'll go on the other. I'll get on that one because we're going to go to like chromes and all the embellishments, like what you should charge maybe for if they're doing 3 to 5, what if they're wanting all 10. So that's the next page, okay? So structured fiber gel. That should always be $10 more than what you're charging for your gel service. Okay, don't be hard on yourself, you guys. If you're charging these $35, $40, $45, raise them $5. $5 each client, and you have 5 gel manis that week. That is $25 more that week. If that happens all week, you have $100 more that week. You just filled your gas tank, right? So $5 is a lot of money each client. So raising your price at 20 to 30, the reason why I think these two individuals, that I think their price lists are pretty going great, like for like between walking and working for yourself, it's good to use as an example. But when I see and I tell you, you should be charging this, I don't care where you live. Okay, tell me the going rate of everybody in your salon or the next door neighbor. Okay, so then I'll tell you, this is what you're going to raise it now, and on this date you're going to raise it to this. But you're going to show them your growth, your consistency, and where you're at. You'll have confidence once you go back and do it, okay? So a manicure includes 1 color. Perfect. Okay, what about pedicures? Now I'm going to tell you something. I did not offer pedicures for the last 12, 13 years. And back then, my basic pedicure was $85. My spa pedicure was $110. And my one with masks and like all the extra things too, like the extra mask, it was $125.
12 years ago.
12 years ago, you guys. And you know how I was able to charge that? It was the ambiance. It was the consistency. It was my professionalism. I had men and women. I did a lot of my clients' husbands' toes that would like grow ingrown. I did take a lot of classes. That used to be my specialty for years. That was my thing I made the most money on. I made more on pedicures than I did nails. I feel like it should be right up there with nails. Now, if you're charging less than that, that's okay. But you're going to raise it $5 and $10 more. If you do one straight, go to a walk-in place. The last place I went, it was Tracy, Shelley, and I went before we went out of town together on our cruise. It was pretty fun. We all went in this cute little place. We got the top pedicure. The top pedicure was $95 with champagne. $95, and she did a dang good job. I would have paid her $125, $150, because the whole experience was amazing. Okay, so don't underestimate, you guys, or lowball yourself, because what's going to happen is you're going to get depressed about it and struggle and feel bad. And even though you know your worth, it's still hard to look at your client and say, yeah, my prices are $20 more now, or $10 more, or even $5 for that matter. I don't look at my client. I glance at them. I'm like, yeah, because you're working on them. My price increase is starting October 1st. Oh, what's my long nails going to be? If they're $125, they're $140. Girl, but you know your nails last. I always have this stuff in. Depending, I go off of her, but I look up and look down and just keep working, and I stay positive about it. You don't have to sit here and have a conversation with them. So awkward, right? You could have a conversation while you're working. You have to watch what you're doing and glance up and down. And then if they have an issue with it, you could always wear the same look. You have a grace period going a week longer before it's more money. And if there's many situations we all give you from Young Nails and from myself. Okay, so I've raised my prices for many years. So I don't know what your going rate is for a pedicure here. laughing my ass off. You glance at them and I love that. It's true though. I do, girl. It's not something I have to sit and stare at them. When I'm doing my clients' nails, sometimes I hear some very heartbreaking things. I can't stop. I could stop a minute and be like, girl, it's gonna work out. Things always do, and you could just still work, but still talk with them. But if you sit there and be like, oh no, he didn't, and just keep on talking about all that, the clock is turning, you guys. It's turning. And some of my clients, like my client today, because I had a little more time, we talked about all kinds of things. Oh my gosh. I'm like, if I show you pictures, it's going to take me longer. She's like, I got time. I'm like, okay, I do too. So I send her, show her pictures and stuff. They become your friends. It's fun. Anyway, so I recommend, I don't know if you offer one pedicure, you guys don't have to drop prices on here, If you feel uncomfortable with that, do it $5, and then you're going to have to wait. Like, I always say 10 because I think your prices should be raised October 1st, but if you're raising them right now, February is not a bad time to raise them because it's when people start doing their nails again. January is the worst. October's the best because it's the beginning of the holidays and everybody's going to do their nails. So you get your raise right away and it rolls into the new year. But if you could raise it 5 again October 1st, but they're going to be like, you just raised your prices. I feel like you're going to have to wait a year and a half to raise them again. But still, it's fine because at least you're raising it to something and you'll feel the difference. Okay? So we're almost done. Nail art. Okay, you have to remember too, I forgot to say this about my sets. That includes cuticle work. Cuticle work is usually a la carte at most places. I want to give you cuticle work because I don't want you to leave and your nails not perform as well as they should. You know, they'll last you longer. The appearance is going to look longer, prettier. And that's why I include it in my set price. Or you say, you know, I haven't been charging you for this. I just wanted to perfect it and really get used to it. I have it down. I have to pass on the cost because it's costing me for these bits and I'm making less doing it. So I have to pass on the cost, but I know you understand. So thank you for understanding. Or you could say, so thank you for understanding, and you're working. Okay. There's so many things you could say without it not being awkward. You still might inside be like your butt cheeks all tight, like, oh shit. But trust me, you guys, it's good. Okay, so I tell them it also includes a stain resistant. Like mine, I don't tell them it's a stain resistant because if you raise your prices so high, they're going to go tell a nail tech, will you buy Young Nail stain resistant? The only way they're going to know about it is if they watch our podcasts and stuff. I tell them my nails don't stain, and I don't tell them why. Okay, and they say her nails don't stain. I'm a hairdresser. Look, I'm wearing white. They don't stain. I do not tell them it's that. Unless I'm moving and they're like, please, I'm like, oh, tell them buy stain resistant. Whatever. Okay. And that's included.
Who can agree with that, you guys? Like,
yeah, you don't want to give all your secrets.
How many of you guys have been doing that, and you agree that that's a legitimate tip?
And I know it for a fact.
Legitimate. Because
I know hairdressers that know, and some don't want to pay a lot. They go buy it themselves and take it into the walk-in place. So that's all right.
Happens.
It's going to happen. And you're also including one color because my price list is a la carte right now. The only thing that's not a la carte is cuticle work. That comes with your service because I want to be happy when you walk out. I don't want my client, you've heard me say this before, to choose to save $20, $35, whatever I'm going to charge for all this cuticle work, right? To save money and walk out janky and say I did their nails. It's not going to happen. So that's why I include it with my prices. Okay. Note to self. Glitter press. A glitter press should be $5 a nail. I think it should be $5 a nail. If you add an additional glitter, it should be $2 per glitter. Okay. That's my opinion. If you're not charging $5 a nail and you're adding 2 glitters and say you're doing $2 a nail, now charge $5 and add as many same things of glitter in there as you want for $5. Then eventually say this is getting too, prices have gone up. I need to make the same amount of money. You're making more. They don't need to know that. So in order for me to offer this to you, I have to raise it to this price. They're going to understand everything else is more. Even eggs are. They're there to buy some eggs. They're not even in the store right now. But so crazy. So, or sugaring. Sugaring should be $5. Now, what if they want all 10? Is that going to be like $5, $10, $15, $20, $50 for all 10? No, they could get a deal. So what I put here, and this is how I charge. My prices are a little higher than this, but per nail up to 6 nails is $5 a nail. That's $30, right? If they wanted it all 10, I'll do it for 30 still. You're already in motion. You already have it out. Okay, so if they want it on 5, that's the cost. They want it all 10, that's the cost. It stops at the 6. See, they feel like they're getting a deal by then. Or you could say, girl, for you, I'll do all 10 for 30. It would be 50, but I'm going to charge 30 for you. And they're like, what happens when you get a deal? You're freaking happy, right? Yeah, which reminds me of something kind of off the subject, but not really. I was getting my hair done the other day, and there's a boutique in there. And I always look at the boutique, and I love them there. The owner still gives me a discount. It's where I worked there for 3 months to just meet new people. And all the people I kept and came with me. I was working every day of my life. That's why I didn't stay. I love working in salon setting, and I also like a private setting. I like them both. But I like to change up. So she's like, oh my gosh, yeah, we just put those clothes on. We just put those on sale, 50% off. But I know you don't like sale racks, she told me. I said, Michelle, I love stuff on sale. I was like, why would she think I don't like stuff on sale? Anyways, I love a sale. So there was actually an outfit I had bought that wasn't on sale, and it was on sale, and it was in red, and I'm like, I want it. I got it like, anyways, off subject, but that's a thing. Something's on sale, I feel very proud of myself for getting it at that. I'm getting more and more like that as I get older because I want my bank account to grow more. So, okay, next thing.
When you say per nail, is that literally per nail?
It's literally per nail.
Is it like a pair?
Nope.
If I do
that means you do 2 for $5.
The other ring finger?
Nope. Per nail, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want all 10? 30. It's up to you. You could price it however you want. Right now, if you're at $1 or $2, you could do 2 for $5.
25.
You just got a $3 raise. You could do 2 for $5. Go off your pricing of what you are. I'm not going to judge you. I will judge you if you're not going to raise your price. You need to raise at least. You're not going to fill your raise if you don't raise stuff in $5 increments at least. Because, hey boy, I'm not playing with you. $5 at least, okay?
No.
Because if you do, let's say, if you do 5 people a day and all of them are $5, okay? That is $250. I mean, let's see. No, 100.
Come here.
I got to do math right now. Hold on. 25. Okay, $125 more a month. You guys, that's almost $500 a month more.
Thank you so much for following us.
Thank you for following. And $500 a month, you could fill that. That could make your car insurance, your cell phone bill, your home insurance, taxes. It could be your booth rent and some product. Hi, Dudu. How much you want to charge you? I would charge you $10. Anyways, so yes, does that make sense? If you're charging 2, I'm happy you're charging. Do not give it away for free. On their birthday, you could give them something for free. Oh my gosh, you get 2 dimensions today. Happy birthday. Not on the holidays. Everybody's going to do it on the holidays. You could do what you want. You could have a glitter press on all 10, or you could get a glitter press on 5, whatever, or we could do this, okay? So just a suggestion. This is about giving back to you giving back to yourself, so you're happier behind the chair. And so all the stuff we teach with and you want to buy, girl, we see it, we want it, we buy it, we have to pass on the cost. Okay, it should pay for itself the first 1 to 3 times you use it. Okay, so if it's a glitter and your glitter is $10 and you're charging $5 for each nail, it's going to pay for itself the first 3 they do. Then the rest is all profit. It's just like making a pizza, right? Just like making a pizza. Or if I want extra size or extra sauce on stuff or extra cheese in my burrito and add onion, I'm paying for the extra cheese and onion. They're not going to be, oh, just give me some cheese and onion. I don't eat anywhere that doesn't charge you for that unless it's in a certain restaurant. You're like telling them what not to add. Okay, Chrome. Chrome is very time consuming, and I need to talk about this a little. Chrome requires 3 coats of clear coat. Your first coat, you're timing it. Your job is to time it, right? They're between 20 seconds to 35 seconds your cure, and you have to figure it out because not all chromes are created equal. I suggest when you get a chrome, you try the timing on it, mark the seconds you need for it to chrome the high shine you want it. Okay, so you put that on, you're 1 at a time. I suggest 1 at a time. Some of you on here might do all 5, under all 5, and you see imperfections. That's why you do 1 at a time. It's going to self-level, and I'm going to tell you why. When you put a top coat on a slick layer, it goes completely against gel. Gel is designed to stick to a sticky layer or a textured layer. Okay, it's a smooth layer, so it's going to move. By the time you're done with the first nail, it's already moved, and you're on your second, it's already moving into the cuticle or the sidewall of the other nail. Okay, so the chrome here, what I suggested to them was $5 each nail. up to 6 or 30 on all. That's what they wanted to do. I actually wanted to charge more than that, but they felt comfortable with it because the two people, one was charging $2 and one was charging $3 per nail. Just do 30 because that's a great raise at that rate, right? I can't tell them go up to 50 when you're charging $2 and $3 a nail. That's when your clients are going to think you're crazy, and they're going to be upset about it, possibly go somewhere else. Okay, I'm almost done. I only have,
oh my gosh, this pricing has been,
it's a lot.
so amazing.
And I'm passionate about it. It makes me like, I could go on and on, but I'm trying to cover all grounds. From the people who are charging 2 and 3, don't feel bad about yourself. You have to start somewhere, and you're charging. I just want you to make at least 5. So
thank you so much. You guys are getting like, oh my gosh,
this is
like,
hard to do.
level.
It's a lot of talking, and it is hard to do, but I'm passionate about it, and I honestly want you guys to grow. And doing nails every year, you grow. You guys have grown even since November. Like, if you've watched me since November, you watch like the Young Nails videos, other people's videos, think about how much you learn. One of the compliments I get is, I cannot believe I learn something new every time I watch you. That is a huge compliment for me. It keeps me wanting to keep coming on, and you grow with me. The thing that made me emotional about some of the comments too was, I've done nails 30 plus years, you guys. I was a baby when I started doing. I always say I was born with the e-file in my hand. I really wasn't, but I do believe I found my calling. I love my job, and I'm still relevant at my age.
We woke up, we were drinking coffee in bed, and she's like, man, I've been doing nails more than half of my life.
Have you guys way more than half my, that's when I got like emotional, and so did he. We're both like, it's just because we're with passion. Everything we do, right? Everything we do is. So anyways,
so wait, one question.
Okay,
Ice Lady, she put this up a couple times, so let me read it. MJ, before I found you and YN and became my own nail tech, my nail tech would charge me if the gel polish was too light and required 2 coats. Wow.
Okay.
I always thought that was unfair. Do you charge per coat? No. I charge per coat.
He's lying.
Every single coat. $5.
He's trying to be funny now. No, it's her fault that she didn't have a full cover coat. There's very few colors I'll use 1 coat with. If it's 1 coat, I take the time to detail it. Takes as much time as if I'm doing 2 coats. No, it's our job for you to leave looking amazing. And if she's buying cheap polish that's sheer and you take 5 coats for the thing, it's okay. I'm not dissing her. I don't know where she got her theory from, but hey, she's in business. But I'm glad that you realize I've never came across that in my life, in my whole career, somebody charging per coat.
Wow, wow.
And why would she let you, I only want to do 1 coat, I would like to, but what if that was your price limit and you paid for the polish? Then you're leaving with her work and you're advertising her janky work? Oh my God, personally, I don't think that's right, Ice Lady, but I saw your nails. Thank you for sharing them with me. The ones I did when I was visiting my mom on our live, they were beautiful. So you need to get your license and start charging. Or charge your friends, shoot. Charge them to hang out with you too. No, I'm just kidding.
Nail X Sandra, she's getting inspired. She wants to get her nail tech license.
I want you to
She's
too.
just an enthusiast, but she loves it.
Girl, I know so many of you guys that have became nail techs over this, and beauty school's not easy. I'm not going to say what's not easy about it is most teachers, 90% of the teachers, maybe 85, don't really know how to do nails, or they're the nail techs that couldn't make it behind the chair but got a job in the beauty school, unfortunately. I actually had a good teacher. She did nails, and then when she moved to California, she was only going to live there 2 years. She went to the school and taught, Mrs. Allmeyer. She was so awesome. Still remember her name. Beautiful lady too. Her hands were so pretty. Yeah. Anyways, I got lucky, but at the same time, I would file my own nails even before beauty school until I liked them. I would
tell them not to put polish, and I would file them myself until I liked them. So I think I'm kind of a natural at it, but it took me a long time to do them. So rewarding, and it's a small price to pay, like if you're going to a nail tech or if you're buying products to feel pretty. I mean, I have sweats on right now. Full sweats, guys. I wore this to work today. I really did. But it's in style, right? Cute jacket, whatever. But I have earrings on, makeup. I mean, very light makeup, but I don't look like I'm drug out of bed.
I have Daisy Dukes on, but you just can't see them.
Oh my God. We would not be married. I would die. Shorter shorts than me. I'd be like,
he wears shorts.
Anyway. So everything I'm adding right here. So everything on this page that I started with the Glitter Press is all your raises. They're all your upsells. Okay. So this right here is what's going to raise you, and it may sound crazy, anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000 in 1 year, depending on how many people you're doing. Because when I met Young Nails, and I'll say it really quick, it was June. Okay. The year was half over. It was the end of June. I took my first class, Tracy's first class she taught, I took. I got obsessed. I took every class that they offered. I drove 4 hours there, 4 hours back home in the same day. I mean, I had energy. I was younger. So I was obsessed. I even took the same classes over and over because I would hear something different. Like, because you learn something and then you come into another problem, and then I would hear how to fix that. So you constantly grow. You constantly learn. So the year before, and this was back in 2005, because I started working with them in 2006. So it was June 2005, the end of the month. I took all the classes up to November. So that was only 5 months of classes, but I took like all the 3 they offered a month. So sometimes 2 they would do. So the year before that, in 2024, I claimed $48,000. I didn't put all my cash. Back then, I was charging like $35 and $45 a fill. But I was up. So when I got the training from them, thank you.
You're welcome.
When I got the training from Young Nails, you're going to trip. I claimed, did I claim 48? Yeah. No, 40. It was $48,000 I claimed. When I did my taxes the following year at the end for 2025, you guys, I was $96,000.
2025?
No, not 2025. I said 2005. Sorry, I probably said that. 2005. Oh, God, no.
2005.
2005. You guys, I'm a weirdo. If I said that, I apologize. So from 2004 to 2005, my raise was double what I made. And you know what my raise was? Not my prices on my nails. I kept my prices the same. I charged for glitter. I charged for liquid art. I charged for like all those things. And that my raise was glitter. I would make $600 off a $595 glitter. I kept track of it. So then when I taught, I'm like, when you buy this, it should pay for itself after the first time you use it, pretty much, maybe the second. Okay. After that, you will make $400 to $600 off this little thing, depending on what you're charging. Okay, so that's how I made my money. And I had people coming from every town. Like, I was in Little Old Tulare. Seriously, people come from Visalia, Fresno, Bakersfield, everywhere. And I would, our labels, still the same containers. How funny. I would take my swipe and take the Young Nails labels off of everything, and underneath I would know what it was. I would put my base and all my stuff there. They would see what I was working out of, but they didn't know what it was. Because I drove 8 hours for education, right? Sometimes I'd get a room, it'd cost me even more just to get education. So it was worth it for me. So what I'm doing right here, have the confidence. You guys have the confidence to charge it. I don't even care if you're raising it $2. $2, 5 people, 2, 4, 6, you're making $10 more a day. That adds up. Okay. So now we're going to go to loose foils and flakes. Mylars, big glitters, those little discs, right? And like big, like say like what I showed you, the shells that you have to break up. I charge more than glitter for those, but here it should be, let me see, what did I put here? Each nail should be $5, basic, right? Could be 10 if you're using the bigger pieces and bigger like
like disc things or stuff you're putting on top, big pieces on top. Like it was in the, you got from Young Nails recently in one of your boxes, the big embellishments. You could charge $10 each for those. If not, charge $5. You need to charge something, okay? So if they want them on all of them, I put here for the $5 would be $30. For the $10 would be $50 on all of them, upsell. It guarantee it's going to take you like 20 to 30 minutes to add those embellishments. So the clock is going, okay? You could make that money on starting on another client. And sometimes I've told my clients that. I've actually had clients that would pay me and not pay their bills. So when I would raise my prices, and that's not my problem, right? When I would raise the prices, they would like, oh my gosh, this is like so much. But I'm like, you could get it on 4 of them. It'll be beautiful. And they're like, no, I want all 10. I say, I understand, but everything's going up. And then that's never talked about again, and they keep coming to you because they stay on and you're doing a good job. Okay? So additional gel color. What if you're doing 2 colors? Okay, not long ago, I did a gradient of greens on my client. She had to pay for 5 different colors. So it's $5 a nail, $5, $10, $15, $20, $25 on top of her rebalance. And I charge for shortening the nails. On here, I didn't add that. Okay, so if you want me to tell you for that, when you're first starting, don't charge for shortening. Really, like, just get really good at your shaping. Then start charging for shaping. It could be a flat rate. Then another year, it could be like, oh, coffin takes me the longest. So coffin's my most expensive reshape. If I'm shortening them and reshaping them, because you have to go underneath, bring them in. It's like, it's a lot of work. It takes more than an almond or an opal, right? So I would do like, I don't charge for shortening short square nails though. I don't. I don't know why. It's like, done, fast. I'm a filler nails fast. I should. You know what? I'm gonna give myself a raise. I'm gonna charge for shortening short nails now. Okay, so you should charge anywhere from $5 to $20 a reshape, depending on how long their nails are. If they're long nails and they want to go halfway down but still keep the shape, you're going to have to do what I did on my aunt on the last live, underneath first before you even do anything. Then prep everything in, like shape them. This is going to be your best bet. Then after you fill it, you're going to have to go underneath again to make it tighter and reshape everything. Okay, so it's a lot of work. I did that year, that 6 months, right, that I was talking about with my raise. Mm-hmm. I had very conservative clients. You guys, pink and white is what was in. That's all I did all day, every day on every single client. And if they polished their nails, it was red, pink. That's it. Maybe not even blue, like bright. Those kind of colors weren't really in. I was so bored. I could give a mean pink and white though. I used to do traditional, but then I learned reverse through Greg. It was awesome. So anyways, I had very conservative clients, very classy conservative clients. They started wearing black with glitter, like on their toes or something. They're like, that is so, I can't believe I'm wearing this. I'm obsessed. But then there's a few. There was one that really couldn't, like, her budget, her husband had her on a budget for some certain thing, like your nails can only be this much. For Christmas, I gave her 2 pinky nails. I did. She always wore red too. I go, I'm going to do this for you. So from then on out, she kept those 2 nails and I would just keep doing them and shortening them, these 2 nails, and she paid me $10 more on my nails, and her husband agreed with that because he loved them so much. I knew that, but I got $10 more off her. So I got $120 more a year from her. I got a raise, right? So also, a lot of my clients liked pink and white and neutral. So what I did is I took all the iridescent colors, custom mixed them, and I did acrylic back then. I didn't do gel. And I did their tips shimmery like that. And they were not glitter people, and they loved it. And then it's even more neutral than pink and white because it's more softer, but it kind of catches the light. So you as a nail tech have to be creative of figuring out actually what your client really would like. But then you're going to have your ones that are just love a beautiful manicured look nail. And that's fine. I love clients like that. They're very quick. I enjoy their company, and I'm on to the next. So I don't care if my clients are getting upsells. If I do 5 of those clients, I could do 5 of those simple clients and 3 high-end clients and make the same amount of money. Does that make sense? So in the same amount of time. Okay, so I'm not taking more time on the 3 than I am on the 5 short, if that makes sense. So that's how you run your business. You have to figure out your time, all of this. And at first, don't worry about your time because you're learning. And once you're learning and you're really good, it's hard to teach yourself how to go fast. That's when you need in-person learning or a Need for Speed class. Okay, so stickers, I don't use stickers, but if I did, I would charge $5 to $10, probably $5, but I recommended $3 to $5. Gel nail art, like hand painting, okay? Hand painting, I think, should be $1 a minute. I think it should. But some people are really fast at it and natural, and that's what they do. So they like to charge per nail, and I think that's smart too, because something that would take them 5 minutes to paint would take me 15 with my tongue out, because that's not my forte, right? So you price at what you're strong at, what you think is fair. So I don't think if it's like a couple stripes, you could charge per color, but I think it should be $5 a nail at least. I do. If you put a little stone on each one, on all 10, I would do like $20. Why not? Okay, so an upsell. French, ombre, and marble. Okay, so I have 3 different prices for these. To polish in a French, or to hand paint a French in, for short nails, it should be $15. It's going to take you 15 to 25 minutes to make it perfect. If you're not really a hand painter, or if you are and you're just symmetrical like that, I still would charge, because you're going to make easy money, because not everybody could do that. Does this make sense? So if you are a hand painter and you could go fast on it, you still should charge these prices, because you're going to go faster than me with that, and you're going to make bank on it because that's your strong point. Okay, so short nails $15, medium $20, super long. Oh my gosh, super long French polishing, I'm going to charge them $35, because you have to make them all symmetrical and get them all even to where your polish looks even, right? Or your gel paint. That's my suggestion. If that's too much and your nail prices are lower right now, then short nails charge $5 to $10, medium charge $10 to $15, and long $15 to $20. You just better charge something. Okay, it doesn't come with their set. A polish could come with their set, but a French is popular again. Okay, ombre. Ombre should be on each nail, should be $5 to $10. Okay, it takes time. I noticed Young Nails just put the video that I did of an ombre. It doesn't look as good on Sally as it does on a person, because she's got a peach nail, but it actually came out pretty good. Yeah, when I do that ombre, if it's on short nails, I seriously charge $25 extra more dollars. It's a process. I'm custom mixing colors. On very long nails, I'm charging $35. So I don't care what you charge. If you're custom mixing the ombre, or if you're going back and forth with an ombreing and it's making 3 different colors, you're going in there like 2 or 3 times per nail. So think about what you should charge for that. It should not come with your set, okay? Marbling should be about the same too, because you're using multiple colors and you're using a technique. And you got to make sure you don't flood the cuticles and make sure they cure all the way. There's a lot of technique that's involved in that. Okay, dimensional nails. I think dimensional nails should be $10 each. It's such a unique nail. But if you're starting and you want to introduce it to your clients, you could do $5 each for short nails. Medium. If you want to do a really long nail for $5 each, just say, this is what I can't charge you forever, but I want you to try it because I think you're going to like it. They still have to pay for it, or if you think it's somebody who wouldn't pay for it but would after they wore it, it's up to you to do one on them and just say, let's just do your ring finger or your pinky or your thumb and see how you like it. Or whatever finger you want, your road rage finger. I don't care. Pick your finger, right? Pick what you want. So your goal is $10 a nail. And then when you're at $10 a nail, then your goal is for longer nails charging more. Because you're using more product, more time, right? Okay, we're almost done. Some people airbrush. Depends on what it is. If you airbrush a French, I still think all 10 should be $10 to $20. It's super fast. But I would want to charge $30 because I have to clean my whole airbrush out. I don't really use my airbrush. I don't like cleaning it. That stuff gets clogged. It's really hard to unclog it. But back in the day, I used to use it a lot. I use it on almost everybody, like in the 90s. But I'm not a big airbrush person, but some people are. Pixies, and jellies and all those. Okay, pixies are like micros. It goes along with a glitter press. Same price. Okay. I charge more for jellies and magnetic. Okay, because it's a custom color. If you're buying Kikois, that's probably your most expensive jelly you'll buy, right? But it's also the most depth. Like I love their jellies. I think they're amazing. Us at Young Nails, we have jellies. They're more pastel. They come out a little lighter. That's beautiful too. I charge $5 more to use my jellies. $10 to use my jellies if they're long. I have to pay more to have that color in. Okay, but if you get them from Gemini, you get a discount and you're making more money. So MJ15.
Got a question, of course.
Okay, go ahead.
What about colored French? Price for French plus extra color, or French including 2 colors of choice, whether it's pink and white or black and red.
Okay, you're going to charge more for the next color, but you're going to charge your going rate that you're charging for your French. Doesn't matter what color you're using, but what if you're doing French with a magnetic? They're going to pay for the magnetic and they're going to pay for the French. If you're just starting, you're going to say, on your price list, you guys, I want you to list what they are. You could say, all right, I'll charge you for the French, but not your magnetic, but your magnetic would typically be this. And then when you start charging for everything, it's on the price list. It's not hard to raise your price. Does that make sense? You need to include on there what it is, but if you decide, because it's such a high increase, but eventually like half the year later, you're gonna have to start charging for it, it's there already. You're giving them a discount for 6 months or a couple of times. It's up to you. That's an easy way to raise your price, okay? They see it on there and they're like, wow, I'm saving $15 right now, or I'm saving 5 or 10. That's exciting. That's their coffee, right? So.
Sonia in Texas asks, what about all 10 dimensional? And that's loaded.
Where I'm making my money.
That's a loaded question. I mean, yeah.
So I just did that on my hairdresser.
There's so many different things you could do, or so many things that can happen, and all that.
So I actually give my hairdresser a deal. She's taking the mount off of her nails for my hair. So when I go in, I'm cool with that because my hair is expensive. So I'm cool with that. That makes me feel good. I'm doing something that costs me hardly nothing, and it's costing me less than paying what I would have to pay for hair, right? It's a big discount to me. I appreciate it. And anyways, I said you could pay me, or you could trade whatever one you want to do. So I hooked her up for a flat rate of $150. I put it out to 5, like about 5. Her nails were long, and I did all 10 dimensional fade French, okay, like a glitter fade French, and she wanted opalescent colors. I did it on all 10. I did that, and I charged her just for her set. I could have charged her the whole amount for my hair, but I told her I'm going to do this now. I'm not charging you X amount of dollars for these. So her nails would have been $250. Okay, her full set, that length, they were long nails with all 10 dimensions. It would have been, I would have charged her $10 each dimension for that because it was just on the tip. So it would have been $250. I said, I'm not going to charge you the extra because I'm going to use you as my advertisement. She has a full clientele. She works on the top level of Mosaic, which is where I worked those 3 months. I wasn't on the top level. I had to be in the nail section, which had a little space like this, whatever. But if I wanted to stay, I was going to ask the owner if I could rent a space up there and do nails. But I'm in my suite. It makes more sense to me. But all those girls up there, it's so funny. When I worked there, they started following me, but they never came to me. Not the nail people. I had all people who walked in. So it's funny because when she was doing my nails, she's like, you know who's going to love these? So-and-so. She goes, let me show you who. She goes, oh, you follow her. I said, oh, cool. I said, oh, she follows you back. She said, I'm like, oh, wow. So she looked at everybody upstairs. One person follows me. So they don't put 2 and 2 together, really, who I am. They just like my work or started following me. So I'm like, girl, go there with your nails. And then, I mean, I really don't need more clients right now, but Eric could do a few more. But it's nice to get high-end clients like that where you're making a lot of money. And then it gives you the upper hand, too, if you are doing some, like, let me give you an example, okay? So, I can't, like, have a straight thought today. I think it went out of my head. Okay, it came back. so bad. That's why I'm drinking mushroom coffee. I need to focus, right? It's the end of the week, so I have tomorrow off. I'm excited. But it went away again. Okay, I remembered. So anyways, say you have a full clientele and you're in this position now, like I'm with this hairdresser, like I have a lot of clients. I have some clients that like, man, like I would like to do this on them, or I would like to make this much money in this hour in place of this. This kind of sounds bad, but I love everybody, all my clients actually. But it gives you room to raise your prices even on some that maybe stress you out. Fidget all the time, let's pick their cuticles and their nails, and raise your prices high to where they're either going to pay you where you're cool with it, or they're going to go and you can fit that other person in. That's just business, right? So it also gives you leeway to make, you know what, I can raise my prices now because I am at a level I've grown and it's time. You'll be nervous, but you're going to do what I said. Don't look at them. Just glance at them and be like, hey, just keep doing their nails. And I only have 3 more things on here. That's it, okay? So retail. If you are in a position where you could sell your own stuff, or say you're in a salon, some of you are in a salon, beautiful salon, and you like earning what you get from them, all the perks, you know what you're going to make. They raise their prices, you make more money. Have them have these things for you, because when you sell stuff typically in the salon, you get a percentage off it. It could either come off your rent, or usually it comes off your rent. Everywhere I've worked, it comes off your rent. Hairdressers, there was like 2 hairdressers in Brush that never paid rent because they were so high on sales. So once they get to their rent, their clients are buying that much stuff, they don't get any perks more, like credit on anything. They just met their rent. They keep selling. But how cool to work rent free. Your clients are using professional products, rather nail care too, and you're not paying rent. That's an awesome goal. Awesome goal. So you should sell cuticle oil, thymol. If you don't know what thymol is, Young Nails used to sell it. We don't sell it anymore. I'm so sad because it was such a big jar. I have it on my link tree on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Vibe Nail Lounge and MJ Delacruz and Amazon. It's a blue one. That one I like a lot. I'm so sorry. That one I like a lot. What thymol's for, someone like they run or they exercise and their nail starts lifting, or they get like a greenie, or they break off their nail, or like this one case, one of my clients, my lash artist, slammed this finger in the car, and her bruise is to halfway down her nail now. But when I went to do her nails, she has that negative space by her matrix, right? So when you go back there, it starts to disintegrate because it's like kind of flaky. And I'm like, girl, you're going to have to come in 2 weeks because this is going to break away because you have a negative space. Let it grow out a little, or if you need me to fill it in, I will. Eventually it'll fill in, and what happens is eventually it's going to grow out, and when it's down closer to the nail, she's going to have a negative space where I could stick my tool under there, because that's the part that lifted up from the slamming, right? So she's going to have to use thymol, or she's going to have mold growing in there. And what thymol does is kill mold and fungus, so it grows out. But what it also does is it dries the heck out of your fingernails. It's a strong antiseptic, so you have to use thymol, and then you have to use rose oil. This is how I recommend you use thymol. You have to put it on before you get in the shower, if it's on your toes or your nails. I know it doesn't make sense to some people, but I'm going to explain it. And after. The reason why you put it before, water's going to get in your nail. If you already have a liquid in your nail, the water's not going to go in, your thymol's in there already, so you're not going to get mold, right? When you're done, put it in again, and then put your oil, okay? That nail will grow out as fast as your nail grows out. It won't stay there green and nice. It grows out amazing. And my clients were hooked on it. I always retailed it because I had a lot of people that worked out. And there's times when they would run a lot and they're like, hey, I just want the thymol just in case. And lotions, okay? So cuticle, thymol, and lotions. Skincare. I sold the shoot off of skincare. They're like, your skin looks so dewy and nice. What are you using? I go show them. Boom, it's off our rent. So usually most places, no matter what you sell in the retail, I don't care if you do nails or hair, it should be whatever you sell, you get off your rent, or towards product you want or something. Whatever you need something out of it. Yeah. So that's my little price thing, you guys. Do you have any questions? He's like, it's, you know what Eric said?
Whoa,
you guys are going to
everyone
laugh.
stayed on.
He goes, it's going to be quick. It's going to be like 30, 40 minutes. I go, we stay on an hour. I knew it was going to be 2 hours. How long has it been?
Yeah.
Just about. But I don't care. I love
I'm
this.
I'm actually going to make this into
To me,
into
shorts,
a YouTube,
a
into
YouTube?
a YouTube long form.
You know what's cool?
Just because that was so much information. Oh my gosh.
It is. It is.
So
But
I'll
you
put
know
it
what?
together, you guys, and I'll put it on YouTube.
This was as valuable. I love my week this week. It's about business and about bettering ourselves, not just pretty art. I did a live person, and I'm going to do her again in 3 weeks. We're going to do dimension on that. How do you do a dimension with someone with a high arch too? Yeah, I'm going to show you. And she's excited because she's like, I haven't had dimension in a while. Because usually I'm like, you're getting solid color, girl, because it's my aunt. But she's my client too. I do her nails all the time. We're just rubbing it in as she's on here. She's fine. I was a little stressed, but I got over it. But that class live in this, wow! Thank you guys for spending all this time with me. My voice is probably on your nerves because I know when I listen to it, I'm like, oh my god. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoy this. Is there any questions at all? It's snowing in Reno.
No, just a lot of.
But this has helped out a lot.
A lot of love and everybody's. Yeah, this is big. This is huge, you guys. There's some people that just absolutely. I mean. Throughout the years that you've been doing this, I can only imagine how much extra money people are making. I mean, it's incredible.
The reason why I shared my personal information with you of what I made that first year.
I mean,
I spent a lot of money on product and driving and gas. I had to pass on the cost, and honestly, not that kind of gas. But shoot. Dang.
Yeah. So it's very cool, you guys. And I'm glad that you guys are all here. Last words, anybody got any last questions? Because we're about to sign off and go.
I'm gonna chill. You know what, I'm gonna go see if
we're off tomorrow.
Mel Gibson's new movie, if we could get it here at home.
Oh yeah, let's do
because
that.
I think we might be able to pay like $25 on demand, but that's less expensive than if going to the movies.
Yeah.
If Eric and I go to the movies right now, you know what's going to happen?
Dinner and popcorn.
Really? But was it good? I'm telling you,
I would
how many movies have you and I really stayed up for? 5. Our whole relationship. 5. I think it's 5, you guys. Because we're the same.
Time's 8. Or 7:30.
We get in bed at that time.
Cheyenne was there, and she's all, man, I've been here for a week, and you guys go to bed like at 7 or 8 p.m.
Well, remember the last time she lived
and we're
with us?
like, that's why we're able to come on Twitch like at 7 a.m. and 7:30 because we're like, ooh.
Babe, listen, the last time she lived with us, she was like 18, right? Okay, you and I used to go out at 10 o'clock at night and come in at 2 in the morning and then sleep till 10, wake up, ride our bikes with all our friends, bar hop, and then come home. And then we would still burn the candle from both ends. There is no way I could do that now. It was so fun though, but they remember us like going dancing, our friends coming over, they're getting home, we're out dancing in our house. Like, she's like, you guys are old. You don't look old. I'm like, thank you, babe.
I haven't danced in 5 years.
You dance in your pants all
I danced
the time.
the other day.
No, Eric could drop it low. Remember, drop it low, drop it low. That song, he would drop it low, and I'd be like, I'm not going down.
I pulled my hammy, and I don't think I could do that anymore.
I
pulled my hammy.
You know what? He'll be on the ground acting like he's breakdancing, but he's really in pain.
Yeah, I did a James Brown on a freaking beach ball at the pool and messed myself up.
That's funny. Oh my God.
I'm better now. It started. I mean, once in a while I feel it when I do a little too much. Hey you guys.
Love you guys.
You guys have a wonderful night. We love you all.
Yes, enjoy your Sunday and Saturday.
Thanks for being on here. Yes. Remember to email me with that. Just give me your. We'll communicate, and we'll get that emo to you. I'll show you exactly how to do it.
I'm so excited. Congratulations. Yay.
And stuff like that. So we'll see you guys a little bit later.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.